a beautiful morning to you, and thanks for joining us on the Breakfast Show. This is Rapid Sports Highlight, and I am Ijoma Victor. Well, the curtains for the 35th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Morocco came to a brilliant and exclusive end. Well, but before the closing ceremony on Saturday, Nigerian Super Eagles defeated the Pharaohs of Egypt on penalties to win the third place playoff at the 2025 African Cup of Nations on Saturday. Now, the tightly contested encounter ended goalless at full time with no extra time played, now forcing the match to be decided by a penalty shootout. Goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali emerged as Nigeria's hero, producing crucial saves from to tilt the shot out in favor of the Super Eagles. Well, let's take that highlight of the third place game between the Pharaohs of Egypt and the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
That's a good ball up to Adams. Using it. Salah, Lashim, chance. Thinking about the shot. Zizou, Salah. It's a beautiful ball. Out comes Nwabali, a little unconventional with that save. Nigeria, of course, unbeaten in 7 third-place playoffs, and they Shobir. We will have an opportunity again now. Lukman. Right-footed efforts. Nwabali makes a very fine save. Adams against Shobir. Tucks it away. Mamouche saved again. The outstretched. Moses Simon just strokes that into the back of the net. Nigeria up against Nwabali. Steers it comfortably into the Nigeria closer. Alex Iwobi, he is indeed. One more kick of bronze medal. Sabo looking to keep Egypt in the race, and he does so. 3-2 is the scoreline. Right-footed efforts from the Atalanta man. Nigeria have won the bronze medals at the Africa Cup of Nations. Penalty success after the goalless draw with Nigeria, with Egypt rather.
Like you did directly ask me, if you want the player to step up to win it, who? And then you...
Well, Nigeria has won 9 of its third-place game. Anytime Nigeria is probably lose the semi-finals, we find ourselves playing the third-place game, and Nigeria has never lost a third-place game. Well, I think this will be Eric Chel's third penalty shootout. The first was against DR Congo in November in the World Cup playoffs, where we lost to DR Congo. The second was also in the semifinals of this AFCON, and we lost to Morocco. And this is the third one. I wonder what would have happened if Nigeria also lost that penalty. Well, kudos will still go to Moses Simon, Akor Adams, Ademola Lookman, and also Alex Iwobi. Well, Alex Iwobi looked as if he didn't want to take that penalty, but he had to be calm and composed. And he just played it as if he never wanted to play that penalty. But for Dele Bashiru, who started the kickoff, well, I think he didn't start well for Nigeria, but at least it ended well for Nigeria. And for Nwabali, well, catching 2 penalties from 2 English players, Marmouche and also Mohamed Salah. We're really happy catching that penalty. But he was also given the Man of the Match award, talking about Stanley Nwabali. Well, he was second in the last edition, or talking about the second best goalkeeper, and this time getting the Man of the Match award. Let's take that interview of Stanley Nwabali.
First, I want to say being man of the match this kind of big tournament, because this is one of the biggest tournaments probably in the world. I really appreciate having this special award, So and also dedicate this award to my nation. Yeah, because they have been an amazing people try to support and. No, I don't have any formula in terms of when it comes to penalty. Mine is just how to help probably my club or my country. So the only way I can contribute to my nation is to help them because these guys have really tried a lot. You can see a couple of tournaments and some other things. So I feel like this is time for me to really help them more because it's like a team game and having a goalkeeper that's really want to help your team is a boost to the team. So I didn't see it like anything. I feel like I really need to help the team at this moment. First, I won't talk about the performance today because I feel like this is not the level I'm supposed to give to my nation. I feel like giving them more. But really talking about this performance, like I said, I just really need to help. I just really need to help and see how this group of guys, I just want them to keep smiling and just to be happy. I always appreciate fans. I always really appreciate fans because without those fans, there's nothing called football. You won't enjoy it. So whatever who that come to this stadium or probably keep supporting the Nigeria, or maybe you're not from Nigeria but you support Nigeria, I really want to say thank you because it's not really easy coming out from this cold weather to support the team. It's not really, that means you really love the team. So I really appreciate everyone who left their home to come to support Nigeria. I want to say this and I'm still going to say it again. Mohamed Salah is one of the greatest players in Africa, probably in the world. Talking about Mamouche also, these guys, I do watch them. Not like I'm watching the penalties, I do watch them playing probably in their clubs. But I feel like it's going to be my greatest moment to save these two guys' penalty. That is just my target in these penalty shootouts because saving Mohamed Salah's penalty is a boost for me. I feel like it's a really, really boost for me. Thank you.
That was Chief Stanley Nwabali. I've been wondering why am I calling him a chief, because immediately after the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, he got back home and was given a chieftaincy title. Well, let's take that interview of Eric Chell, a happy man. The last edition, he crashed out in the quarterfinals with the Eagles of Mali, and this time taking Nigeria all through to the semi-finals and also winning the third place game. Eric Chell.
It will be very difficult if we lost this game for me to continue to be a coach. I was so disappointed for my guys because they gave everything during this AFCON, and now at this moment I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud to be the coach of Nigeria. We gave everything during 1 month for this tournament and everything during 12 months. So this is only, but this is so good right now, this third place, because we did a lot of work. We work with the player. You know, it's not easy when a French guy come and he has so much to. I was so demanding with them, so I'm very proud of them. They gave everything for me, and they win for sure. They win. My respect for all the life. So very happy for the third place. Disappointed to don't bring the trophy in Nigeria, but we don't know what happened in the future. Maybe I will bring in 2 years, or maybe not. So we start in 4-4-2 flat because I wanted to try something, because every time I start the game in 4-4-2 diamond and I finish in 4-4-2 flat, and I wanted to start in 4-4-2 flat to bring the game on the side, and after in second half to bring the game inside. And I think the player now they prefer to play in 4-4-2 diamond. So it was difficult this first half, but in second half we enter in the pitch, we keep the ball. We score one goal, but it was offside. But Lukman was good when he entered in the pitch, like the other guy. No, for me, we deserve this victory.
Okay, that was Eric Sekoshel after that game on Saturday. Now on Sunday, the closing ceremony of the 2025 African Cup of Nations showcased a vibrant tribute to Nigeria's role as host, Morocco's host rather, as British actor and rapper Idris Elba took center stage at the Prince Moulay Abdallah for the opening speech and performance celebrating the country's warmth, unity and hospitality and cultural richness. Now the ceremony took place an hour before the games, which took off, probably kick off precisely at about 8 p.m. Now Morocco and Senegal in the thrilling finale. Now Prince Moulay Richard attended the final. Elba opened the ceremony with a presentation putting emphasis on how Morocco has been the heartbeat of the tournament, showcasing hospitality across every host city. Now, Morocco has brought dignity and brilliance as host of the best tournament in Africa. This according to Elba. Now, he emphasized how we lived different lives, we speak different languages, and we live the game differently. About the praises the unity that such sport bring to life. Now, dancers donning costumes that uniquely captured Morocco's diverse identity took to the center stage with colors blending greens and red tones inspired by their national flag. The track featured celebrated African rhythm as well as Amazigh, Oriental and Morocco's folkloric music. Now it was the turn of the finals. Looking at that game between Senegal and Morocco. Senegal defeated Morocco by a single goal in a dramatic 2025 African Cup of Nations final on Sunday in Rabat. Now it was a tight affair between the top two ranked countries on the continent in Rabat, and there was no goals in the first half. Now the second half was tittling towards a goalless until the ref disallowed Ismail Sarr's header for a foul on Achraf Hakimi. In the 97th minute, the Atlas Lions were awarded a controversial penalty after a lot of tension, which saw the Senegalese players walk off the pitch. Brahim Díaz saw his weak penalty saved by Edouard Mendy. Now, Pape Gueye then stunned Morocco in the first half of extra time with a sublime left-footed finish to ensure that the West Africans emerged champions. Now, looking at that game, from start to finish, I was a witness in that game, watching it and so on, where both teams sizing themselves, talking about Morocco and Senegal. Now, that goal that was disallowed, and I kept looking at it, it's just a contact. Yes, football is a contact sport, and eventually contact is possible. But was Hakimi pushed? We can't really tell. Was he really, did he really dive? Also, we're expecting the VAR to take a look at that one. The VAR didn't, but rather the referee went ahead and he disallowed that goal. Now, it's now the turn of that penalty. And immediately the referee took to look at the VAR. He actually awarded a penalty. And that was how the Senegalese, decide to walk off the pitch. Now, looking at that game, the Senegalese, I was like, no, this is wrong, because it's going to be a heavy sanction. No matter how it is, you just wait for the referee to do the needful. But they walked out, it went straight into the dressing room. Well, it took Mohamed Salah, probably was the Sadio Mané, to call the players out. You could see him running around, calling the players, to come back to the field of play. And now, Brahim Díaz. I asked myself a big question. Was that penalty intentional? Did he miss it? Did he intentionally play that penalty the way he did? Seriously, I wonder why he would do that. One, he would have gone ahead. Even if he didn't score the penalty, he was still the highest goal scorer. But for your image, he kept crying and was really lamenting for losing that penalty. Well, it's going to be a story for a very long time, and let's see how it goes. Now, after that game, on Sunday, Senegal, like I said earlier, defeated Morocco to win the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now, the match, like I said earlier, also ended 1-0 in favor of Senegal after 120 minutes, thanks to Pape Gueye, first half extra time goal. Now, during the encounter, Brahim Díaz saw his weak Panenke saved by Senegalese goalkeeper Edouard Mendy. Now, he has the full list of all the award winners. Now, the fair play team of the tournament went to Morocco. Yes, to Morocco as a fair play team. Goalkeeper of the tournament went to Hussein Bonu, of the goalkeeper of Morocco. The top goal scorer award went to Brahim Díaz with 5 goals. Now, player or probably man of the tournament actually went to Sadio Mané. Now, looking at the award, Nigerian Super Eagles have earned 3.56 billion naira for finishing third at the 2025 African Cup of Nations, following a 4-2 penalty shootout victory over the Pharaohs of Egypt in the bronze medal playoffs in Casablanca. Now, the match ended goalless in regulation time with goalkeeper Stanley Wabali emerging as the hero. 7-2 spot kick to secure Nigeria's 9th AFCON third place finish. Senegal were crowned champions for the second time in their history, edging host Morocco by a single goal after extra time in a dramatic final in Rabat. Now, the decisive goal came just 3 minutes into extra time when Pape Gueye struck the stunning left-footed effort from the edge of the area, silencing the packed stadium. Now, the prize money for the 2025 edition saw a significant increase, with CAF President Patrice Motsepe announcing a record of $10 million, equivalent to 14.23 billion naira for the champions, up from 7 million 9.96 billion naira in 2023. The runners-up Morocco received 4 million 5.69 billion naira as they get 2.5 million, while the fourth place Egypt earned 1.3 million, that is 1.85 billion naira. The quarterfinals were awarded $800,000, 1.14 billion each. Teams finishing third in their group received $700,000 each. That is 996 million naira. And fourth in each group and $500,000 each. That is 711 million naira. Now, the financial boost reflects CAF's ongoing effort to grow African football and improve the reward for national teams. Now, Motsepe highlighted the progression at the pre-tournament briefing at Rabat Mole Abdallah Stadium, noting it was less than $5 million. Now, before we wrap up the show, let's tell you that the next AFCON, yes, the next AFCON will be going to Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Yes, the flag for the AFCON was given to these 3 nations. Just take that interview as they receive the flag with honor, and preparation continues in earnest.
Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda are grateful to receive the flag today from CAF. That means immediately we shall be hosting AFCON come the year 2027. We have the capacity, we have what it takes, both infrastructure-wise, the amenities within the country, including our teams. It is a very great opportunity for Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda to showcase what we have as a country. We know we shall make it.
Let's see how it pans out. The 36th edition of the African Cup of Nations will now be going to the East African region of Africa. Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania has officially received the flag to that effect. So let's see how it pans out and let's see how it goes. So big congratulations to Morocco, big congratulations to Senegal, and also the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is where we'll blow the final whistle on the show this morning. On top of the hour of 9, the breakfast show continues with Mata Mata and Victor Ake. I am Victor Ijoma. Good morning.